Yes, very good morning, friends. Welcome to Kishan's Cases Education YouTube channel. So, first of all, happy Sunday to all of the viewers and subscribers as well. So, let's get into the today's lecture, e-governance through Twitter series. So, today is October 18th. So, we have collected information from MyGov information sources and the press information bureau of sources, and especially from Twitter series and Twitter governance and electronic governance. So here, so first we are starting with the National Unity Day competition. So on the occasion of National Unity Day on 31st October 2020, the Indian government is calling online poem writing competition. So here, first of all, we need to know what is National Unity Day. So National Unity Day every year from the year of 2014, we were celebrating on the 31st October 2020. The 31st October is a remarkable day in the India, so in the history. So this is a birthday of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the former home minister of India. So he made a tremendous efforts in the unity of nation. We already know the history. So on the occasion of the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel birthday, so we are celebrating National Unity Day. On this occasion, the Indian government is calling a competition. So if you want to participate in this competition, please go through the details of the program and instructions are given here. So the major target group is 7th and 10th, 7th to 10th standard students, and the last date is 31st October. So here, if you want to know about the each and every detail about this competition, please go through here mentioned here, and e-certificates also will be given and prizes also will be given to top 5 students. So thank you so much. And so here we are seeing this here. PM Modi is inviting, suggestions and different ideas, innovative solutions for towards Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan program. So here, government, my government is calling your suggestions, people of India suggestions and ideas on the occasion of Man Ki Baat program on 25th of October. So please, if you have any ideas towards Atmanirbhar Bharat campaign and how to build a new India, if you have any suggestions you want to put forward, please dial your number is given, and please visit MyGov India and share your thoughts and share your valuable suggestions towards on the Man Ki Baat program towards the Atmanirbhar Bharat and New India building. Thank you. So here, so this slide talks about the information regarding STARS program, nothing but STARS project. This is a project which is related to the school education. So the project worth is 5,718 crore World Bank aided project, that is STARS project, which is approved by Central Government Ministry of Education. So what is STARS project? So recently, the Union Cabinet has approved the implementation of this STARS project, strengthening teaching, learning, and results for states project. With the total project cost is mentioned here 5,718 crore. So with the financial support of World Bank amounting about 3,700 crore. And here the project is an implementer by the centrally sponsored key scheme under the Department of School Education and Literacy, Ministry of Education. So here, what are the features of this project? The access and retention, right to education, entitlements, quality interventions, teaching education and training, gender and equality, and inclusive education, upgrading the learning environment. So these are the major importance of this project. And this project, this STARS program, is going to build on the long partnership between India and World Bank for strengthening schools education in India and support the country's goal for providing education for all. Thank you. So here, some of the important information is given. So here, setting up of support the National Assessment Center, Prakash under Department of School Education, Literacy, Ministry of Education. Project covers 6 states, namely HP, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, MP, Kerala, Odisha, and this project to incentivize states government performance agenda through state incentive grants and other informed information about the project here mentioned. Please go through that information. So here also this is about same project, and here we are talking about this is a national nutrition security programs which is mentioned by Government of India on the occasion of FAO 75th Food and Agriculture Organization of United Nations. So here the PM of India, Narendra Modi ji, has dedicated 17 new biofortified varieties of aid crabs to the nation. So what is biofortification? Here, this biofortification is nothing but it is a process where we can add a nutritious density of food to increase through conventional plant breeding and improved agronomic practices using modern biotechnology without sacrificing any characteristics preferred in that. So it is simply a biofortified crops here improving nutritious value to the crop. So here these biofortified crops will have up to threefold increase in nutritious value, will transform normal Indian thali to Nutri Thali. These varieties have been developed by utilizing the local land use and farmer varieties. These crops are rich in essential nutrients like iron, zinc, calcium, protein, iodine, tryptophan, vitamin A and C, anthocyanin, oleic acid, linoleic acid. So these are some of the important nutritious values which are mentioned in the, and these crops have reduced anti-nutritional factors like uric acid, trypsin inhibitor, etc., that affect human growth and development. And it also increase income of farmers and it is going to open new avenues for entrepreneurial development and startups in the agriculture. Peak production of these crops will be upscaled, linked with government programs of midday meal, Anganwadi, etc. Make in India, Poshan Mukta. Biofortified crops provide a sustainable, cost-effective solution to alleviate malnutrition. These crops also serve as an excellent source of balanced feed or balanced food for livestock, as improving their nutritional outcome as well. Thank you. So these are the 8 crops which are mentioned. Varieties of 17 varieties are mentioned here under the 8 crops. So please go through about the information. Here mentioned rice, wheat, maize, and mustard, finger millet, and little millet, groundnut, and yam as well. Thank you. Here, this information as mentioned, this quote, mentioned by PM Narendra Modi on the occasion of 75th anniversary of Food and Agriculture Organization. So here, he mentioned, when the Indian farmers become strong, their income will increase. So the campaign against malnutrition will get equal strength. So this is going to be ultimate solution towards the sustainable development goals achievement by 2030. So here several steps have been taken to ensure that farmers get 1.5 times the cost of MSP, minimum support price, and government procurement are an important part of ensuring country's food security. And here he mentioned, while the world is struggling due to corona, Indian farmers made a record production of food grains in the Kharif season, and the government also made new records in the procurement of food grains like wheat, paddy, and pulses as well. So during the past 7 to 8 months, India distributed food grains worth about 1.5 lakh crore rupees to 80 crore people free of cost to fight starvation and malnutrition. And FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization, helped to increase agricultural production and eradicate hunger all over the world, including India, and has played a huge role in the increasing nutrition and services respected by more than 130 crore Indians. And recently, the Food World Food Program, the World Food Program (WFP), is the organ of FAO has got the world Nobel Peace Award, the prestigious Nobel Peace Award. So for the work of food, for the work of food production and food distribution, and to improve food security, and for improve the nutritious, and to decrease the malnutrition in the world. And this information regarding Indian economy. So here the IMF, International Monetary Fund, has projected the Indian economy to bounce back in 2021 with the growth rate of 8.8%. So India will regain the position of fastest growing emerging economy according to World Economic Outlook report. So recently World Economic Output report has released by International Monetary Fund. In this report, the IMF has mentioned here, so this Indian economy is going to be contract by 10.3% in this fiscal year, and expected to bounce back with 8.8% of growth rate in 2021. So when you look at some world average and other nations projections, so India projection 2020 10.3%, and in 2021 8.8% as mentioned here. When we come to Brazil, in 2020 5.8%, that is in negative way, and in 2020 2.8%. And Russia in 2020, that is negative 4.1%, and in 2021 that is positive 2.8%. When it comes to China's economy, in 2020 it is in positive 1.9%, and in 2020 it is going to be touch the 8.2% positive. So when it comes to South Africa, that is minus 8 point in 2020 and 3% positive in 2021. So when it comes to world overall world growth rate, in 2020 the IMF projected minus 4.4% for world GDP, and in 2020 the world GDP will be 5.2% according to IMF. Thank you very much. So here this information has mentioned our Honorable Vice President of India has mentioned he recently recovered from COVID-19, and he mentioned his experiences and the tips he followed to get out from the COVID-19 effect. So here physical fitness, mental tenacity, and desi food helped me, overcome COVID-19, said by Venkaiah Naidu, Vice President of India. So in spite of my age and medical problems like diabetes, I overcome COVID-19 with regular exercise like walking, yoga, eating only desi food. Based on my own experience, I argue everyone to undertake some physical exercise daily. It is an important to eat protein-rich food and avoid junk food. Strict adherence to the protocols like wearing masks, frequent hand washing, and maintaining personal hygiene at all the times is very crucial to get out from the COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you very much.